So fall's coming, which is my favorite season. We've got football, we've got hunting, we've got reasons to be outside. And with that comes the outdoor fire pit concept. I've been convincing my in-laws for years to let me do something on their property. And I got this killer idea from my friend Jen Bauer. So we need to remove this tree so we can get to this adult swing set fire pit ridiculous awesomeness. Let's go. All right, so tree's down. We got it chopped up into manageable chunks here. We're gonna take all these branches to like a burn pile by the woods, let those all dry out so we can burn them this fall. And now we got this stump. A couple ways to do this. A lot of people would probably assume a stump grinder, but after all that money I spent on the deck, we're going old school. We're gonna dig this thing out. You could do chemical, but I think we're gonna just dig around it. It's not a big tree, and lop off the roots and get it out. Hopefully Jordan gets back soon so the back-breaking labor can be split up. I'm getting it dangling while you're getting a new battery. All right, so what we've got to do now, Jordan's going to get a stump grinder because brute force ain't getting that thing out. We don't feel like planting new grass, so we're going to cover the ground spot. We're going to fill it. We've got gravel. We've got things to properly do so. So we're going to measure in and we're going to actually make our round, get a little bit of the layout stuff done while he's gone. And then when he gets back, we'll be able to just grind and go. Goal for the day is to get our post set so they can dry overnight, and then that way we can move on to phase 2 tomorrow. So let's do a little bit of geometry, huh, Sam? Or trig? Or math? Math's hard. I already SketchUp'd it, don't worry. All right, so we got our big circle's 12 feet, so let's pull 12.
Make that obvious because we're stupid and we'll step on it.
Facts. Well, she ain't a dingo, but she'll do. Let's see if this makes it a little easier, huh? Hide your kids, hide your wife. It didn't do a thing.
Well, that doesn't look very sharp.
Sure ain't. All right, so the teeth on this thing are so dull I could probably not even cut bread with it. Therefore, all it did was this. And that was 20 minutes. So the only option left besides chemical is fire. This thing is turning into straight warfare. I'm gonna cut a couple more pockets in it. We're pulling out the diesel. Let's get hot. Listen kids, we do not condone unsafe use of fire in any context. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid, and I am not liable for any of your stupidity. Now, light it up. Well, we burned her down pretty good. Even though it didn't burn the whole way, it's dried it out enough that we're whacking it with an axe and wedges and stuff. Should be able to break it out. Once we have this out, we could find center of our circle and actually get some work done. Who knows, maybe we potentially maybe a little bit got excited about being in the woods and just wanted to have a fire. Who knows? Let's get to swinging some axes. She gone. So now you see we have metal ring for fire to try and contain the fire. We're gonna put some gravel in there, damp it down, get that thing set, find our center point. We'll do a whirly bird and then start digging holes so we can set some posts.
Wait, we're not done digging?
No, hopefully we're not digging into tree roots though.
Oh, we're 100% digging tree roots.
Don't jinx us. Damn it. All right, so little geometry. I use SketchUp to help me do this. We've got an 11-foot interior circle. We don't plan on building bonfires here, so yeah, that should be good. Nice little fire. Length between them should all be the same for the pipe that we're gonna have to weld to go into them. So, dig some holes. Rocky. After a full wardrobe change, we are now prepared to put our beams in. All right, so to do so, what we're gonna do is start down here. This is the highest point. We're gonna get some gravel in there, and we're pouring these straight into the ground, because yes. But I wanna make sure that it is perfectly square to the beam across from it. If I do that with all of them, I should be able to get the proper spacing that we're looking for here, which is 66 inches at 30-degree angles between them. So that way when we get to cutting our pipe, it makes things a lot easier. So we're gonna set the first post and then level out coming around. It's working in our heads. We got a good game plan. Yeah, so let's just actually see if the game plan works for once. This is my beam delivery service. Ah, thank you, senor. Perfect, make it into a swing set.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you think I'm gonna work?
But I gotta film you work.
Damn it, we need more people. Pull to you and try to get the center of that hole. Stay. I said stay. Yeah, be taller. All right, so screwing these into the top, in theory, I think, should allow me to get these all level height-wise first, and then once they're tied together, we'll work on plumb. So the next thing we need to do are the pipes that are gonna go between all of the posts. And we're not at the metal shop, so we're gonna have to improvise on the job site. So I'm super stoked we linked up with LENOX for this build, who just released their brand new Lazer CT carbide tip metal recip saw blades. It's a lot to say, but the tool works phenomenal. What these are made for is cutting all kinds of metal, everything from conduit to square tubing, angle iron. Sam and Jordan made the plates we're gonna be welding onto our cross members with these blades. These things are awesome. If you guys haven't used carbide tip recip saw blades for metal cutting, you're really missing out. Phenomenal advancement in technology for these. These things won the 2019 Pro Tool Innovation Award because they're so awesome. They're also 50 times more life. They've, like I said, got 10 TPI. They're a really cool tool. The 1-inch thick really helps you keep a straight cut. So we're stoked to be able to use these on the job site and that I didn't have to lug any of my big cutting machines here or bring dirty zip wheels or any of that kind of stuff out. So big thank you goes out to LENOX. They love you guys too. So we're giving away a bunch of these blades and a recip saw. Limited time only though. Links down in the description if you want to enter. All the details are going to be there, and you should be following me on social as well if you want more information. Now let's get to work. All right, so we drug the 210 MP out here. We're gonna weld these together on flux core so we didn't have to bring the gas. Jordan, my uniform. I didn't tell him I was doing this. He has no idea what to do. That's pretty good. Good morning, friends. We're bobbing and weaving in the rain once again. The only downside to outdoor projects. So what we're doing, we're gonna put all the pipes on the top, which we painted last night. And then we are going to, from there, put down some felt paper and get this thing graveled in. And that should be a wrap on this sucker. Pretty exciting. Hopefully it doesn't dump on us. Get to it. Let's take this dirt and put it back where we came from. So last few things we want to do is we want to kind of build this up a little bit with the gravel. Use the fat stamp. All right, now we need to, oh, I'm gonna throw up. We gotta hang some chairs. All right, so to not get overly complex, and this is typically Sam's ballpark because he's a Boy Scout, we're gonna do, what do we call, what's this knot called?
Taut line hitch, I believe.
A taut line hitch. This is 550 paracord, which is weighted for 550 pounds. And also doesn't stretch, and I think it can be outside. Now that that's there, 2 times through, 2, down, in, pull it taut, that a girl. Grab my S hook. Got some stainless steel S hooks. That way we can leave everything hanging. We can leave the S hook hanging and take the chairs inside because these are not rated to be outdoors all year long. And then once that's tied, we'll burn that in when Jordan gets back with something to burn. In the moment of truth. Damn, boy. She's comfy. Now, I'm gonna take a nap because this was an exhausting project. But not until we get you some buttery B-roll. So that's gonna be a wrap on this one. I'm gonna let these relax for like 10 minutes and then we're getting back to work. But if you enjoyed this, leave a comment down below, let me know. Excuse us. Ah.